Okay, we have a new enemy here, the Scorpions. If you're wondering why my levels are so high, I decided to go back to the desert to show off some of the enemies that we did not encounter while there. So I'm just going to show them off right now. We have Scorpions. These guys, they're not too remarkable, honestly. The super spray can get rid of them, no problem. They can use poison. And they have a physical attack. They're not too bad, though. Super spray, because they're arthropods, they get killed instantly from it. There we go. Oh, and I got a level up from it. I'm not even trying to level grind anymore. I'm just trying to show off the enemies we missed. Okay, while wandering the desert to find the new enemies that we haven't seen, I found this pile of bones, which is different from the other one we found earlier. I'm the bones of a camel. Want to know how to walk when in the desert? Sure. Move your left foot before your right foot sinks. Move your right foot before your left foot sinks. It took me 100 years to figure that out. God dang. And I love what happens if you say no to him. If you say no to him, I'd very much like to tell you. Wouldn't you like to know? No. I'd very much like to tell you. Wouldn't you like to know? No. I'd very much like to tell you. Wouldn't you like to know? I'd very much like to tell you. Wouldn't you like to know? Okay, fine. Yeah, if you keep saying no, he'll just keep you locked into it. It's so stupid. I love it. Oh, perfect. Right off the bat, a new enemy type, Tarantulas. We've seen the spiders before around the swamp in LA. These are basically stronger versions of that, and they basically behave the exact same. They can call for help, they can use poison. Once again, super spray is very effective against them. Yeah, see, they call for help, but super spray, they're dead. Insecticide also works against them too. Please be new enemy. More tarantulas, okay. To the next new enemy. The pilot who was once here is no longer here, because remember we saw him in LA. He was kind of pissed that we destroyed his tank. His tent is still here, but he himself is no longer here. Ah, here we go. A new enemy, the Rattlesnake. This snake is able to use poison, and it is also one of the few enemies that can use the last blow attack, which you remember is an incredibly powerful attack that does a crap load of damage, but it also kills the enemy. So let's see if we can kill it before it does that. Yeah, beam gamma, why not? They're pretty strong on their own. And it's dead. Yeah, they can use the last blow, so be careful with that. Oh, here we go. This is the other new enemy. There's actually still one more that we need to see. This is probably the weirdest one of all, the Gabalan. This one has a interesting description too. Let's just check it. Gabalan. Oh, they have a continuous attack. Okay. Ah, dang, we didn't get to read the description, but the description apparently says something like this shouldn't exist on Earth. And I agree, that was a freaky thing. Got a new pile of bones here. Oops. Oh, this is the bones of the camel, never mind. Here we go, the last new enemy of the desert, the Bionic Scorpion. It's a more powerful version of the regular Scorpion. I don't think there's anything remarkable about it. Just watch, I'm going to eat my words. Super spray. They do fight with the regular scorpions as well. Yep, still vulnerable to super spray. There we go. I think they can use the stone origin as well. I'll put it up on screen if I'm wrong or not. Alright, and those are all the remaining enemies of the desert. There is only one remaining enemy that we have not seen yet, which I will cut to right now. Okay, time to show off a quick little Easter egg. There's a sign somewhere in the desert that talks about it talks about how this place used to be a battlefield, and there's one last landmine remaining somewhere in the desert. If you go into the very northeast corner of the desert, you'll find a bunch of bushes around here. Somewhere around here, if I can move properly, somewhere around here is the final landmine. Found it! Certificate. Jacob, we acknowledge the fact that you did step on the mine in the Yucca Desert. Keep this place to yourself, please. Signed, Shikasato Itoi. Yep, for finding the final landmine, you get a special message from the creator of the game. I just think that's pretty cool. Alright, to the next Easter egg. Alright, hopefully this should be the next Easter egg. South of all these weird looking rocks, there's another pile of bones here. Please let this be the one. Yucca Desert is the most boring part of this game. But stay on your toes. This desert has been mined. Yep. I love that. I love how it says the desert's the most boring part, but yet it's honestly one of the most interesting parts of the game. Pretty neat. Just goes to show that just because of the desert does not mean that it's just empty and boring. I have been pleasantly surprised by a lot of desert levels before.